Raise your hand if your toxic trait is rooting for Chinese drama couples who actively plot each other's murder before falling in love. We love walking red flags, we live for the angst, and we thrive on the toxicity. Welcome to Do Idols. Today we are breaking down the top 10 best love-hate Chinese dramas. Grab your tissues, lock up your heart, and let's get into it. 10. Skate into love. We're starting light before we destroy our emotional stability. This is the ultimate childhood enemies to lovers blueprint. Tang Zhu used to mercilessly bully the timid Li Yubing in elementary school. Years later, they reunite in university. The catch? He is now the untouchable ice god of the hockey team, and he tricks her into being his assistant just to make her life a living hell. The shift from petty revenge to genuine admiration is incredibly well-paced. You get to watch his icy exterior melt as he realizes her relentless spirit is exactly what pushes him to be better. It's hilarious, heartwarming, and the sports backdrop adds perfect tension. 9. Arsenal Military Academy. If you want a masterclass in chaotic chemistry, look no further. Zixiang chops off her hair and disguises herself as a man to join a brutal 1900s military academy. Enter Gu Yanzhen, a spoiled, arrogant, absolute menace of a roommate. Their early interactions are pure physical comedy and mutual disgust. But the magic happens when Gu Yanzhen figures out she's a woman. He doesn't expose her. Instead, he transforms into her most unhinged, secretly in love bodyguard. Watching this wealthy playboy completely lose his mind out of jealousy while trying to act cool is some of the best acting Su Kai has ever delivered. 8. The Romance of Tiger and Rose. This show flips the script, literally. Our female lead is a screenwriter who gets sucked into her own script, waking up as the villainous Princess Chun Qian-chan, who is fated to die in episode 3. Her executioner? Her new husband, the enemy Prince Han Shu? The entire first half of the drama is a high-stakes game of survival. She is frantically trying to avoid his assassination plots while he misinterprets her desperate survival tactics as acts of profound love. Han Shu's transition from a calculating, ruthless prince to a completely whipped, jealous husband is a comedic masterpiece. 7. Lighter and Princess. Prepare for real modern angst. Li Zun is a bleach-blonde programming genius with an ego the size of the moon. Ju Yun is the sheltered, by-the-books top student. Their college rivalry is sharp, bitter, and intellectually brutal. But when they finally click, it's a soulmate-level connection. What pushes this drama into the top tier, however, is the devastating mid-series twist. A massive betrayal and a painful time jump force them back into an enemy's dynamic as adults. The raw, visceral pain of them trying to navigate their broken trust will keep you glued to the screen. 6. Meteor Garden -2018. We have to pay respect to the king of red flags. Doming Si, played by Dylan Wong, is impulsive, violently arrogant, and makes it his life's mission to torment the stubborn, working-class Shanghai. The hatred here is tied to deep socio-economic divides. She despises his entitlement, and he is baffled by her refusal to bow down to his wealth. It's a toxic, fiery collision. But the reason this story has been remade across Asia is the utter devotion that follows. When Doming Si falls, he falls hard, fighting his own family and the entire world just to protect the girl he used to bully. 5. Story of Kunning Palace. Let's step into the darkness. Jiang Xuning gets a second chance at life and vows to avoid the man who orchestrated the palace rebellion, the brilliant, terrifying imperial preceptor, Zi Wei. But fate traps her right back in his orbit. Zi Wei is morally gray, deeply traumatized, and suppressing a violent madness. The power imbalance here is staggering. He is her teacher, her captor, and her protector all at once. The tension is so thick you can cut it with a knife, especially in those claustrophobic scenes where she is terrified of him, yet he is utterly, obsessively devoted to her. 4. Ashes of Love. Welcome to the xiangxia genre, where lovers will literally destroy realms to hurt each other. Jinmi and Zhu Feng start with lighthearted, magical bickering. But due to a magical pill that prevents Jinmi from feeling love and a web of devastating palace politics, things go horribly wrong. The turning point is an epic, heart-shattering betrayal that ends in death and resurrection. The second half of the show flips the dynamic. Zhu Feng becomes the demon lord, fueled by bitter hatred for the woman who betrayed him, while she must suffer through hell to win back his soul. The angst is astronomical. 3. Love between fairy and devil. He is the supreme moon supreme, a terrifying demon lord stripped of all emotion. She is a low-level, cowardly orchid fairy. Early on, they accidentally cast a spell that links their pain, forcing him to keep her alive. The comedy of a ruthless mass murderer being forced to catch morning dew to feed a whiny plant fairy is brilliant. But the emotional payoff is god tier. We watch Dongfang Qingkang painstakingly relearn how to feel, shifting from wanting to snap her neck to literally challenging the heavens and burning in hellfire to ensure she stays safe. 2. Love like the galaxy. This isn't just a romance, it's a psychological battlefield. Ling Bai is a cold-blooded general executing a decades-long revenge plot. Cheng Xiaoshang is a brilliant but emotionally walled-off girl who trusts no one. When they meet, they are like two porcupines trying to hug. They constantly clash over control, secrets, and independence. The hate here isn't petty. It's born from deeply ingrained trauma. There is a specific, iconic scene involving a literal bite mark that perfectly captures their feral dynamic. It's a brutal, beautiful journey of two broken people learning to be a team. 1. Till the end of the moon. Taking the #1 spot is the absolute zenith of the love-hate trope. Li Susu travels back 500 years with one mission: seduce and assassinate the mortal prince Tan Tai Jin before he awakens as the devil god and massacres her entire sect. The psychological warfare is staggering. She hates him for what he will become, yet pities the abused mortal he currently is. He is a sociopath incapable of empathy, who slowly becomes obsessed with the only person treating him like a human, unaware she is plotting his death. The betrayals are layered, the sacrifices are devastating, and the visual aesthetics are pure cinematic art. It is the reigning champion of Cdrama toxicity and love. If you haven't watched these yet, clear your weekend schedule and prepare to be emotionally ruined. Alright, comment section, it's your turn. Which of these walking red flags are you claiming? Did I miss a god-tier love-hate drama? Drop it down below and let's argue about it. If you survived this list, hit that subscribe button and leave a like for more Asian entertainment deep dives. This is Do Idols, and I'll see you in the next one.